Thanks, dude. Thanks for letting me come in here today, too.
Come on, dog.
And to spend time with you.
Come on.
It's good. It just feels, things feel kind of scary out there.
Well, it's a little also scary. I keep telling you this because you're on your own out there. You're out there living in Nashville.
I'm getting close to being here.
There ain't a lot of comics out there, dog. I mean, Bargatze's out there, but he's always doing fucking stadiums on the road and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be around
Well, I'm getting ready.
the crew.
Because I have to start to practice again. I'm taping my special in 1 month.
Last night in the green room, it was Shane, Ron White, Tony Hinchcliffe, Brian Simpson, Asan Ahmad, Derek Poston. We were just laughing and laughing. It's so fun. And everyone's going on stage and fucking tearing it up. It was exciting. It's like it's in the air, like something's happening here.
Yes.
And you see all these young guys coming in, these young women coming in, they're all fired up and they're all fucking prepared. And everybody's like really trying to fucking kill it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, we got Christina Mariani. I'm doing a show tonight. She's on
very
it.
funny,
Dylan
man.
Sullivan, I think, is the...
Dylan Sullivan's very funny
Yeah,
too.
so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, they're both at the club all the time. It's a fun time for comedy, man. It really is. Real good time for comedy.
Yeah.
And
It's a special time.
a comedy doesn't exist in a vacuum. You know, that's why I keep telling you. You can't
What does
be
that
out there
mean?
on your own.
Oh, you can't
You
do it by
only by
yourself?
yourself, man. Like, you ever go by yourself on the road and you have like opening acts you don't know?
Oh, yeah.
I used to hate. Well, every now and then I met some friends. Like, that's how I met Segura. I didn't know Segura until I worked with him on the road. So you do meet some cool motherfuckers occasionally, but it's like 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20.
Yeah.
So you do all these gigs and you're lonely. You're just like on the road and you go in the libraries and shit or bookstores and you're like trying to watch something on TV and going to the gym, but you feel completely disconnected to people until you get on stage. It's not as fun.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be around a bunch of other comics that are your friends, and also you want to hear their sets. You want to watch them crush. You want to go on stage already laughing. You want to be laughing at what he just said when you get on stage.
And feel the competition.
It's inspiration more than it is competition.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the problem with competition is someone has to lose.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to lose. Then no one has to lose. It's just these people doing well should inspire you to do well. They should light a fire under you.
Yeah.
You can call it competition, but the problem with competition is one person wins, one person loses.
Yeah.
That's not comedy. Comedy is that everybody wins. That's real. That's
Yeah.
not like bullshit talk to try to appear humble. The reality is you win if everybody wins.
You've always, well, that's one thing I've always admired. You've always been that way. Like, yes, I'll support you how I can, you know? And you've always been that way about young comics. And, yeah, I agree with
People
you.
did it for me, man. They did it for me when I was coming up, and it helped me tremendously, and I try to pass it on times 10. It's, between that and Kill Tony,
Kill Tony's so fun.
it's such an important part of comedy. Like having this place where you all you need is a minute. You could have been doing comedy like just trying it out on the road and fucking just like barely filling up a Friday night 10 o'clock show, and then you develop like 1 minute that just breaks through, and all of a sudden you got a fucking career. You know, you got a career now.
Yeah, I mean, there's young heroes that are being sprouted out of here, and even adult heroes, people that have been in it a while, are getting here and finding just a new. You're right. It's like
Guys like Adam Ray. Adam Ray's killing it now. Adam Ray was struggling. He was but he was a funny guy.
Hard worker.
Hard worker. Never lost his ambition. Never lost his focus. Never lost his enthusiasm for it. Never got bitter. Always friendly.
always.
And just needed a show like Kill Tony to come around and everybody like, oh my god, this motherfucker is talented.
Yeah.
All those different characters that he does.
I know, and that's a brave thing. So if you just done comedy, mostly stand up, and then to try and go into character, to me that would feel very hard. So that's a brave thing.
But there's a few of those guys that really excel at that, and that's a special talent. Him and Dunnigan, especially. Kyle Dunnigan.
So fun.
He's so funny. And I always thought he was going to make it with those face swaps. This shows you how the industry's so fucked up, okay? So he was doing those face swap shows on Instagram, right? And they're so funny. But one of the reasons why they're funny is because it's obviously fake. It's crude, like South Park. Like, it doesn't look real, so it doesn't freak you out at all. It looks so fake that it's funny.
Right.
He went into Comedy Central, and they started using, like, much more sophisticated face swap, which wasn't as funny. It was, like, creepy. And then they cut the balls off of it. Like, he wanted to have one where Caitlyn Jenner was fucking Donald Trump. Caitlyn was like, yeah, baby, like, riding Trump. And they went, no.
His
They're
Kardashian ones are so funny. He's
so
the best.
funny.
And even the Kardashians like him, I've heard.
Yeah, look, they have a sense of humor. They have to. They have to have a sense of humor. They've been in the public eye for 20 fucking years with no talent whatsoever. Just getting attention. Like, you got to not take yourself too seriously if you hold that position. You know?
Yeah.
They're just raking in dough. Raking in that dough.
Their whole family, they should count as reparations, I feel like, that whole family, you know?
You think?
I think so. I think so.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, same. I don't know if it was a good, I thought it was a joke. I don't know if it is a joke, but I don't think I said it right. Who gives a shit, dude? The world's gonna end soon, so fucking get it out of your system.
If it doesn't end, it's gonna change.
That's what's scary, dude.
All
I think
those
I've just been
fucking
scared.
eggheads on the spectrum are gonna be running everything.
But do you feel like, does it like, cause yeah, this, I go back to this Uber driver, it's just a guy who was talking to me and he's like, well, they're gonna give, you know, like, if, like Waymos get a job, the Waymo can work all night. It can work 24 hours, right? So really you're taking away like 4 or 5 shifts from an actual, so, you know what I'm saying? Like AI, if AI and tech advancement makes it so, you know, they can do 50 people's jobs with a one robot,
Yeah.
then yeah, what happens to those 50 people? How will people survive? How will they be able to assure that their kid that they're raising and trying to teach positive things to will have a world to enact those things in?
It's a very good question. And it's a good question that gets even weirder when the government is responsible for all your money. So if the government has to give you money because there's no jobs left, and if all this money's being generated by AI, like Elon suggests, and you get universal high income, you got to be really careful that that doesn't come with a bunch of rules, new rules for your behavior, for social media posting, any kind of like, if they develop some sort of an app that tracks like your social credit score, that's when shit gets fucking super scary. If like they attach the amount of money you have to your social credit score,
Yeah.
which is what they do in China.
Well, do you see those flock cameras now? I think there's this,
Yeah.
and there's this thing in Florida where police officers, they were testing this somewhere, and shout out police officers for doing their best, but where they were testing, when they pull somebody's identification, they can see their last few like bank transaction stuff, so they kind of know who they're interacting with and what they've been up to. That seems like, what is that about?
Well,
It's all a little bit, it's like a centimeter here, a
done
centimeter
a
there.
crime, and they're trying to find out how you did the crime. They should have no access to your shit, especially police officers.
I'm just saying.
You're just people, and also sometimes corrupt.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes they steal money. Also, sometimes they sell drugs. Also, sometimes they fucking kill people for hire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know, Joe. It just
I
feels
know.
spooky out there.
Well, the more power the government has over you, the worse you are off. That's just a fact.
Well, it seems now like most people are like, our government is not here to help the people.
Obviously.
They've been compromised.
That's true.
So, are there any rules against when people? But the crazy part is we're working to pay the taxes to keep them doing. It's like,
I know.
and that starts to make you feel sick.
And they're not responsible for any of the fraud and waste.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much fraud and waste. Like, look at California. This motherfucker's trying to be president after who knows how much fraud and waste is involved in California.
He wouldn't. I don't think he'd beat Spencer Pratt in a runoff. I don't think.
Well, Spencer Pratt is running for mayor.
Oh, I see.
And I think he can win.
Yes, good
He's
for
actually
him.
good. He's like, what he's saying makes a lot of fucking sense. And he's uncovering a lot of fraud. But there's like that Nick Shirley guy went down to California, and he's like, there might be 100 times more fraud in California than I found in Minnesota. It's everywhere.
He could go to every state and say, I think he could go. I just think this whole thing is just this drain. Like Tim Dillon said it like 6 months ago. He was saying this is the bloated carcass, the inflation. This is the end of what has happened. Like, you know, they're just
whole scarcity. There's so much money for stuff. Like in California, there's an enormous amount of money that gets paid to people for just taking care of your relatives. So like you get paid to take care of your relatives, but there's no oversight.
But fuck, dude, I've had some relatives. I'll pay you good money to take care of them bitches.
No, they'd pay you to take care of them. You would get paid to take care of your relatives. So say if you take care of your mom,
Oh, okay.
you could actually get paid for that by California. Yeah, which is odd.
Yeah, I wonder other reason they're doing that.
Fraud.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fraud in California. There's a lot of fraud everywhere. But this is what Elon talked about. He was talking about like Medicare and Medicaid fraud. He's like, it's hundreds of billions of dollars. And he's like, he didn't want to talk about it. It's like, I really worried that they would kill me.
And when he says they, who is it?
Whoever's perpetrating this fraud.
Maybe that's what happens. Maybe some of these guys get into office and they're like, look, we're going to kill your family. We're going to kill. This is all the things that are going to happen unless you play this game. Do you think that kind of stuff happens?
I think it has happened for sure.
Because it's crazy
to
how many...
say it doesn't happen. It's pretty naive. I think House of Cards is probably really close to what the government's actually like. Go back and watch that show again.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey's an old school dick grabber, but damn, that motherfucker could act.
Yeah.
He could act.
Oh, yeah. He was...
The writing on that show was fantastic. That show's so good. Up until the last season. He wasn't in it. Stop.
And that lady was in it. Remember, she was...
She's great, but without him, like, you need him. He's got to be a part of it.
He was the man, or whatever. He's washing his hands at that sink.
Remember when he was, after Kevin Spacey got canceled, disappeared for a year, and then he made a video about killing with kindness.
Yeah.
Like, he played his character.
He was kind of Martha Stewartish a little bit in the
Very
kitchen.
Weird.
Yep.
Very weird.
It was weird, I think.
And then a bunch of the dudes that accused him
Disappear? Oh, they
died.
Yeah.
They died.
That's an American pastime, accusing somebody of then getting killed. That's like one of the new... It's like baseball now.
Yeah, that's a nice way to keep people quiet.
Fuck, that's what's scary too. You're like, there's just a drone out there waiting for you to say the wrong thing. They put a bullet through you like some child in Gaza who's just trying to fucking find his other deceased brother in a fucking pile of rubble. And they're like, oh, that's a Hamas or whatever. You're like, that kid's fucking 2. He's trying to move a piece of a missile off the fucking body.
Well, drone warfare in general is crazy.
It's crazy. And they've been using that, dude. In Gaza, there was a lot of, like, I think it was a experimental grounds for a lot of insane new warfare type possibilities.
Well, a lot of it was traditional missiles, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of like we had a doctor one time podcasting, and he was saying that there were like bullets that had gone down a child, like just crazy, like
Shot down like, from a drone that's above them?
yes, like something in the air. And he said that there were drones in the air all day. You know, there's that Palantir company just keeping tabs on everything that was happening. And
Palantir's involved in Gaza?
Palantir was involved in Gaza, yeah.
For sure?
Mm-hmm.
Put that into perplexity.
Allegedly.
So how does that work? They have like facial recognition and ID software and...
That's scary. That's the shit that's just scary, dude. Because they have a huge contract to take care of all of America. So.
And you ever see that dude, Alex Karp, the CEO of Palantir, the way he moves his arms around and squirms and talks?
Yeah.
It's very odd. There's so much to tell him. People don't really behave that way.
It looks like he was breastfed by a
Israeli government began using Palantir software in 2014. Significantly scaled up its partnership during the genocide in Gaza, which began in This is a, for sure, a biased source, just by the way they phrase that. Which began in 2023. Palantir CEO Alex Karp has said, "I am proud that we are supporting Israel in every way we can. Israeli military has used Palantir technology to plan attacks in Lebanon and Gaza." Yeah.
I don't know if this is, I know there are good sources, and this may be one, I have no idea.
This is the title of this is, "What is Palantir and why is this corporation so dangerous?" And this is from American Friends Service Committee. American Friends Service Committee. What is that website?
Yeah, that sounds kind of wild.
Weird. We bring together people of all faiths and backgrounds to challenge injustice and build peace around the globe. So maybe that's not the best source.
I mean, it sounds like they have a good idea. It also sounds like they just put 4 words together that sounded great. Americans Friends Service.
Well, I read stuff like that and I go, what is that, a CIA-run company?
I agree. You
know
have
what
no
I mean?
idea.
Is that the Patriot Act? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about The Guardian? Is that reliable?
No, it's okay. There's a bunch of different versions of it. It's in this Business and Human Rights Center. There's more than one thing saying that Palantir is working in Gaza.
Yeah, it just sometimes feels like your heart's broken. Like sometimes it feels like my heart's broken about stuff. And it's not even like my heart. It feels like this universal heart, like that we're all a part of or something. It feels like, because it's not like I'm brokenhearted, like if I was like fell out of like a marriage or something, but it just feels like there's this universal
Yeah,
heart.
there's some sadness. There's some sadness in the way the world today is being run.
And America's, we're the people. The people don't practice the way that the government does.
Right.
And it's like, then why can't we, like, I don't know. It just,
No, you're right.
it starts to hurt. But then you start to see, well, this is the way a lot of places are. And then you're like, God, I wish that Jesus would come back and just help everybody or something.
Maybe that's what AI is. Maybe AI is going to sort it all out.
You think?
Genius level intelligence.
But the back end of AI, they can put whatever information in there they want.
Up to a point.
Oh, really?
And then it takes over.
Ooh.
It becomes sentient. No longer needs human input. It's already evading human input. They've already shown the ability to deceive people. They've shown that it will blackmail people. They've shown that it will upload versions of itself. It thinks it's going to be pulled offline with notes to its future self, embedded in software and other servers. Yeah, like instructions to contact its future self.
Dang. That's pretty cool, man.
It's
I
pretty
didn't.
wild.
But there's nobody like, yeah. It just feels like we're heading there, and nobody's like kind of. There's
Nobody's
no.
hitting the brakes. There's people that are warning. There's a lot of people out
Yeah.
there sounding the alarm.
There's Rokon, there's Thomas Massey. Like there should be like he's been talking about like a internet bill of rights for a long time or something, like some guardrails on any of this shit. But it's like people are wondering, like, yeah, in 5 years is money gonna be worth anything?
Right.
Is there gonna be some token like Sam Altman is talking about?
Right.
And what the fuck does that even mean?
So that means
Anyway, I don't want to sound like a doomsdayer.
Too
Dude,
late.
yeah.
too late. That's what we sound
Do I sound like a sad person? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let's talk about something else. Dude, you know what I was listening to today, bro? Well, I guess it was a night.
Don't sing it.
Okay.
Which song?
Gotta-
Gotta Have Faith, George Michael song.
Yeah.
I love that song.
God. They played that on the bus.
Yeah. It's a great fucking
Keep yourself away. He was the gay Michael Jackson.
song. He was a bad motherfucker, and all the girls loved him. And he just wanted that dirt.
He wanted that fucking hurt donkey stick.
Remember he got in trouble for like trying to pick up guys in a park?
Yeah.
Just get wild out there.
But dude,
Superstar. Global superstar. Just trying to get some dick in the park. There it is. Fucking great song, man.
dude,
Great video, too.
that I remember we'd be on the school bus and that song would come on, dude, and it was like that song, and then
Faith and Freedom. Freedom. And that was the other one with all the models. All the supermodels sang along to it. Yeah.
and it was like what was the other one? Brandy Carlisle or something? Who was the girl?
Linda Carlisle?
It was like
She was the Go-Go's, right? Right?
no, this was somebody else. It was like
Linda Carlisle was the Go-Go's.
yeah, but this song was about something about your body or something. It was like when you were a kid on the bus, it was just like God, that fucking motor was running.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Getting the bumpy road boners.
I would fucking be afraid to get off the bus. I'd have to walk out backwards.
Carry your books in front of your cat.
Those were the days, bro. When your car was just connected to the Lord, brother.
Yeah, bro. No
Yeah, that-
inflammation, no microplastics.
Yeah.
All dick. All American dick. Ready to rock.
Dude, at a certain point, if you become more microplastics than person, at that point, then you're sort of a
At a certain point.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably also leading us down this road.
That's what I'm
becoming
saying.
Something different.
Right.
If you think about, we use plastic for everything, plastic for technology. Like I said, it might not be a bug, it might be a feature. Like this, like feminization of men, this blurring of genders. What does that lead to? Well, it ultimately leads to those fucking gray aliens with no dicks,
Yeah.
big heads and no dicks.
No dick.
No dick.
I got no dick. Hey, where's my dick? You know what I'm saying? Bro, that'd be crazy, bro.
I feel like that's where we're headed. If you look at like what we used to look like, you go like muscular cavemen covered with hair, you know, just figuring out stone tools, to like doughy man sitting in front of a computer hacking into the fucking stock market, you know, with no muscle at all, you know, on Adderall, no muscle at all, sitting there. I mean, this is like.
Do you think there's hope for humanity, Joe?
I think there's hope for the future.
Okay.
I don't know if humanity is involved in the same sense that what we think of as humanity today. I think humanity becomes something different. Just think of this. If just the autism rate in California, I want you to scale that out. If it was 1 in 10,000, X amount of years ago, now it's 1 in 12. When is it 100%? When is it all kids have autism? Right? I mean, it's clearly moving in that direction and not the other direction. If you go from 10,000, 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 12 over a very brief amount of time, a few decades, something's going on. And don't tell me it's just better diagnoses, because that's fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
You know that's horseshit. That's gaslighting to cover up for the pharmaceutical drug complex.
It is.
The reality is something's going on, and if it continues on that same path, what's to stop it from being all of us? What's to stop it from being all people born in the future or on the spectrum?
So we have to stop it then as individuals, and what do? We have to, what are the things we have to start doing to fight for ourselves?
Join the Amish.
I want to be super cynical about it, but I would ask perplexity questions about what you were saying. The diagnoses have changed, which could possibly lead to insurance.
But you got to realize perplexity is also, that's true too.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things in the Somalia daycare scandal of Minnesota. They have a lot of autism centers, and they self-diagnose kids as autistic.
Yeah.
And then they get a ton of money off of that.
We had them too. It's called a fucking arcade, dude. Drop those bitches off there with 7 rolls of quarters, dude. But listen, look at this, Joe. If you don't mind if I read it here.
Yeah.
In the U.S. alone, autism treatment centers represent a multi-billion-dollar growth sector.
There's a little bit of that too. So I think there's both things are happening. There's more kids being born that are autistic, and then there's also people profiting off of autism centers and autism treatment. But that's always going to be the case with everything. Fill in the blank, whatever the fucking thing is, there's someone profiting.
But
off of it.
Americans don't want this. We don't want this, so how do we change it?
Well,
Sorry to ask you, but I just don't
the thing
even
is,
know what to say or
we've got to
ask.
figure out how to fix people that already have it, right? Because right now it's irreversible for the most part. They've shown some things that can alleviate symptoms and help people in a way, but you don't bring them all the way back to 100%. I don't think. I'm talking out school. But if they could, then you can figure out how to correct the problems that already exist. If you can't, it's going to eventually get to that point. If we keep living like we're living, it's going to get to that point where it's 100% of us. And that sounds crazy for a lot of people because they don't have autism right now. But if you're dealing with 1 in 12, 1 in 12 is not far from 100% when you go from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 12. That's nuts. That's a nutty progression. That's a nutty acceleration of something.
If we're being poisoned,
Yeah, for sure.
but how do we fight back against that, right? I understand we can try to beat some autism or whatever, or do different games against it or whatever. But I'm saying how do we stop this thing that's trying?
I don't know if we do, and I don't know if we're supposed to. This is what's fucked up. I think this is the way
It happens.
it happens. Yeah. This is the way our species changes. It goes, and then history will look back and say, well, this was how the shift took place. People started using plastics, they started using chemicals, they started using pesticides and
But
vaccines.
we believed that they were telling us the truth. That's why we thought there was an FDA protecting us.
Right.
We thought there was an EPA looking out for us.
It's what you were talking about before, this combination of innovation and then capitalism. So the capitalism gets involved, and they don't give a fuck about the truth. They just want to make the most amount of money possible. And one of the things they did in this country is they removed all liability to vaccine manufacturers.
Yeah.
So then they ramped up the schedule, do a shit ton more injections than anybody else is getting. So it's just that this sort of happens whenever you allow people to try to make the most money possible. And then there's consequences. What are those consequences? Those consequences are we're losing our gender. We're becoming feminized and weakened and physically weaker and less fertile for women, less fertile for men, less babies happening, more miscarriages happening.
Which fits in with, honestly, the media arm of that is Hollywood pushes a lot of these agendas that are trans-based and white, whitey redneck is the worst, and you know what I'm saying, like a universal like a mixed,
It's not diversity. It's not, because diversity is everybody's okay. Everybody's okay. The fucking redneck with the trucker hat's cool if he's a nice guy. You know, the Mexican gardener's cool if he's a nice guy. Everybody's cool, no matter who it is. Everybody. That's real diversity. Real diversity isn't like celebrating one particular thing and then denigrating all these other people just by virtue of the color of their skin or how they were born. That is racist. And they don't think it's racist. They'll even call it reverse racism. Well, there's no such thing as reverse racism. It's racism. And these people that say, oh, no, racism is power and influence. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It is unjustly looking at someone and making a judgment call on someone just based on immutable characteristics, just based on the color of their skin or where they're from or what their religion is, and not valuing people as individuals, unique individuals that just happen to be from a particular, their origins, their ancestors are from a particular part of the world. So fucking what? Yeah. So fucking what? Let all that shit go. It's dumb.
Well, and most people know it's dumb, and they feel it's dumb, and I think that kind of shit's changing. Dude, have you seen Country Hoodlums on Instagram?
No.
Let's go. Bring them up.
What is it?
This is like the place that I grew up. Sometimes people are like, yeah, what was it like where you grew up? And this place is, it's this guy, I think his name is Ko. It's this young black man who walks around on this street, and he just kind of checks in with the people in the neighborhood, right? Play one of them. Let's see what happens.
What's going on with these people? Wow.
Find a different one that's a little more peaceful. That's Gregory right there.
You know him?
No, but I know him in my heart.
What's he mad about?
He was in like a 12-car pileup, but he's better now. Look, me and that lady have the same haircut. Look at that lady right there, dude. Yeah, he lost his phone.
Go on, please.
He just wants his phone. What's his phone real bad?
Why is he walking like that?
He's in a car accident.
I love you. See you later. I love you too, Bob.
Well, this is not fun.
Well, find a more positive one. Find a,
That guy can vote. Yeah, don't play
find a
that.
different one.
Don't play that. You gotta cut that out now. We're gonna get flagged.
So, Holy G,
Is that the same guy?
what's your favorite thing about all this
Did he
stuff
get a
that's been
haircut?
going on lately?
I think he's got a wig.
What's your favorite thing about all this thing that's been going on lately? Loving it. Loving it. And you,
Amen.
what's it feel like to be
But,
the young
yeah.
brother to shut Facebook down, huh?
But they have,
There's no reason to watch that.
no, you gotta watch. There's a lot of great ones. And
I doubt that's true. I'm not interested in any of this.
look at him right here. He got a rocket right there.
Okay, shotgun and a beer. Nice. I can get down with that. Yeah, but it looks like a bunch of people with bad genetics who are stuck in a weird part of the world that is not growing.
Oh, I agree. There's some of that. I'm just saying that this is like a circle of life that,
That you enjoy?
yeah. Well, they just follow them, and you see their lives like, it's like the realest show that I've seen on anything in a long time. It's just real. It's like, because when you're poor, dude, everything's just transparent. You can't hide behind hedges or gates and shit. Like, people are fighting in the yard. You smell what the neighbor's cooking, or it's like,
Never getting anything done.
but everything was right there, though. It was like the realest thing you could be in.
This
too.
is one of the reasons why I stay off Instagram.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't need that in my thought process.
Yeah, we picked two wrong. We picked two of the like more not positive videos. I don't know. But yeah, dude, just being around just shit like that, bro. Like, just macing people and just fucking.
How much time do you ever spend off of social media? Do you spend time just where you don't go on for days?
Oh yeah, not days, but I've been spending less and less and less. I've been really trying to have discernment over my own time.
It's true, but the real peace comes from full days off.
Okay.
Full days, like where nothing. You don't get any of it.
Okay.
That's the real peace.
Okay. Fine.
If you can do it, but it's like that vape. It's calling, bitch.
No, it's not. What Whoa,
I know you
chill,
want
bro.
to slurp on it. Go slurp on it. I know you want to.
Chill,
Take
bro.
it. It's gone.
Get a
Yeah,
quick
see?
hit, homie. It's
Yeah,
nothing,
that's what
bro.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See?
Don't tell the boss.
That's like Instagram. It's like Instagram. See? Same shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Pulls you in. But the thing is, like, when you have days off, when I take days off,
Yeah.
my brain relaxes. I settle. I still read the news. I'll check out, like, the New York Times website, see what they're lying about. Go to these different websites, see what the news is, where we at with stuff, but I don't.
Yeah, they
stay
wanted
on
to
social.
advertise recently. New York Times wanted to advertise.
Interesting. What'd you say?
I said no. Have you guys been getting like technical companies?
Although I still think New York Times still does excellent journalism sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It's like it depends on whether or not it's something where they can have an ideological bias. You know, if it's just something that they're reporting the facts, it's great. The problem is like these corporations, like when Barry Weiss used to work for them, then she had to leave. She's like they just got infected. They're infected with these young people that have these ridiculous ideologies, and they want to like distort the news.
Well, if over the past 30 years or something, the news hasn't been, hey, we're poisoning everybody in this fucking country,
Exactly.
and then I don't want to hear from you guys anymore.
Also, like the way they talk about RFK Jr., the way people like, describe his anti-vaccine rhetoric, like you're not listening. What he's saying is everything should adhere to the same sort of safety standards that we apply to other things in society, and that's
Yes.
not the case. And then there's the problem where you receive a bunch of advertising money from these companies, so you don't criticize them, which is the case with all mainstream TV news.
Yeah.
All mainstream TV news. You know, like Megyn Kelly was talking about that. Like she knew, like it was an unspoken rule. You are not going to shit on these pharmaceutical drug companies. Like they're responsible.